Greetings, Brazilians and all football lovers. We are back once again. This time we're back doing what we do all the time. That's preview football matches. Sundowns football matches, that isn't. This time we're previewing our game week 21 away game against Baroka FC. Raps, how are you?
I am not winner.
Aye, I'm not. Are you calm now? You are renting in the game review and ratings episode. Are you calm now? Are you relaxed? Are you ready to go again?
Yeah, no, just relaxed, get sharp. I'm not. Get sharp. I'm not.
Hey, you don't look it. Eh? You look like Sundowns' performances in the last 3 games. Yeah. Let's go, man. Let's discuss this match, man. Baroka, they won their last match, cup game away at Stellis against a very good Stellis side, man. I think that will be a morale booster for them going into this game. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think they needed that win, first win of the year. I think it will motivate them in the DStv Premiership to perform very well, and it will give them confidence as well. And it is very great to start your year with a positive result. So I think that's what they needed. So they should continue and build momentum from this victory that they got against Stellenbosch.
I can't believe you just said they should continue and build momentum from victory won against Stellenbosch.
In the past few games, they might surprise us.
Yeah, I think it was a really good win, man, for them, and I think it will give them that oomph. It's a great start to the year for them. That was their first official game of the year. So, yeah. But let's go back a bit to our first round match against them, where we got an early red card, played with 10 men for the majority of the game. We scored 2 goals against 11 men. They were only able to score 1. And in that match, they had ball possession at 38% against 10 men. What do you read from that?
Look, I think they should have done better. I think playing against a team that is 1 man down, it gives you an advantage because of that means in the pitch you have outnumbered them, and you have advantage to you have 1 man extra. So that gives you an advantage, but they failed to get something out of that. As much as they scored the equalizer, but they should have protected their lead and banka draw then bakutlela high. But they considered a late goal from Tembazwane, and they should have done better. You can't concede 2 goals against a team that is 1 man down. Like, they should have done better.
Yeah, I agree with you. As much as playing a man extra is not easy, but you don't lose a game playing into only an extra person, especially where you play. I think it was almost Buma. It was a long. They had a long time in playing with an extra man, and for them not to get a result, even a draw, it shows how poor they are as a team, man. But yeah, Rabs, we're playing a team that's fighting relegation, and this is the second round, this season. I think this will be a very difficult match because, one, these guys are fighting for their lives. They want to keep their status more PSL, and they will give it their all game in. I think they will tell themselves, you know what, a draw against the best team in the country is not such a bad result, but we must not lose this game against Sundowns.
Yeah, no. They are number 15 on the log, and they are level with the team that is number 16 in terms of points. So they know that getting a point from Mamelodi Sundowns, it will be a big result for them, more especially because of by in the relegation zone. And but we know that Baroka, when they are there, sometimes they tend to be a very dangerous team, and maybe we might underestimate them because of the position that they find themselves in. But they come into this game as the underdogs. Rona, we have won all our 3 games so far. That means we have the advantage, and as much as they have the pressure because of position but they still have to fight. They still have, it's going to take them a huge effort to get a point or a win against Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, man. And speaking of the numbers, they are currently 15th on the log, like you said. They've played 17 games. They've only won 3 games. They drew 4 games. They lost a staggering 10 games. Goals for 11. They've conceded 18 goals. So goal difference is -7. They are sitting on 13 points, man. And their points per game 0.76. Their win rate is 18%. That's very poor, man. That's a sign of a team most likely to go down to the first division.
Yeah, no, those are not good numbers. Like they should improve. But look, they won their first game of the year. I think they should build from that, and there's still a lot of games to play for. But I'm worried they have to focus on the league, and they are progressing into the next stage of the Nedbank Cup. So I'm worried their Nedbank Cup run had over affect on the league now.
You like worrying into that have nothing to do with you. Don't worry about what's happening at Lukamona.
This is the team that brought peace in South Africa to this is a team. Ungrateful.
Yeah, no, now that
I know Obergen doesn't mind losing to Baroka.
No, man, if you put it that way, man, yeah, I get even if it wasn't for Baroka. But yeah, speaking of the numbers as well, you look at their expected goals at home. Goals for the XG 0.66. They are scoring less than that. They're scoring 0.63. And then expected goals against at home 0.33. They are conceding 0.5. So yeah, for me a relegation. They are not scoring enough. They are conceding a lot. What do you expect from this game? Now I expect, not from this game, actually, from Baroka, I expect a team that will be more confident, confidence coming from an away victory in the cup game against a very good side, like I've said before, in Stellies. And that confidence might come from the coach, because in the press conference, the Nedbank Cup, he made it clear to Steve Barker at the end of the game, he'll be the one smiling. He said it at the end of the game, he'll be the one smiling. So I think he will pass on that confidence to his players. Where Mahoba, evidence is back now. In the first round, he had a couple of injuries. So I think he's over injuries there, and you know what he can bring into the team. And then they have this left back in Sponelo Ngubani. They use him a lot. So they are already up. The long throw-ins, they use him quite a lot. And then in the first round when we played them, they played a lot of the long balls, man. They played the long balls in between our goalkeeper and our center backs, and we struggled a lot with that. And they played the long balls, 2 types of long balls. Like the one that I've just mentioned, in between the goalkeeper and the defense, and then the one where they use they look to use the second ball. So whether ke mang Ola Chaplin's group the Malawian guy Mbulu, they look to for the flick ones, but Mahopa is taller than him and better aerially. So I think that's where another thing that they will try and use once a game. But they're very poor up front, so I don't expect to see a team that will create a lot. I mean, their top goal scorer only has 3 goals. That's 17 games into the season. You have 3 goals. So, yeah. In defense, there's something that I think if our technical team, I'm sure they've picked it up. We have a great analysis team, so I'm sure they've picked up the clearance stubborn, and then be it inside the box, like maybe highly cross it, and then they clear it and just on the edge of the box. They are very poor. They don't give the clearance stubborn a height and distance, which is one of the things that you need to do. You are taught at a very young age. When you clear the ball, right under pressure, you give it height and distance. They don't. But clearer, and they play them back right into the danger area as well. So I think that's one of the things that we can capitalize on. And then the other thing that we mentioned when we did the preview, the first round match, is that their defense doesn't push the middle field. So there could be 8 meters between the two, or even less between the defense and the middle field. So they always drop back, and it puts pressure on defense now. And then they are poor defensively, man. You can beat them easily with 2 players who make great runs into spaces. I mean, you look at the goal that Zwane scored against them. They had numbers, but we were still able to open them well. So defensively, the organization is not that good. And the obvious thing, Masia effect. I think having scored in their last game, he will come in this game much more motivated, and he'll want to prove a point against the team that gave him a chance. Your side?
I think as much as you'll dominate the game, but the Baroka side should have a plan when they have the ball. They should know what to do when they have the ball. And how to win a position back. So a team like Baroka, how win a position back, at least still and create those chances. And also, like you have mentioned, but Tomahopa up front, he gives them something different. That they can play long balls to him. They can play wall pass to him. He can hold up the ball and wait for the support from Bo Kampala, Bo Masia, Bo Magaga, and link up with them very well because of he's comfortable on the ball as well. And sometimes he doesn't rush compared to Mbulu. Mbulu, when he has the ball, he wants to turn a shoot. But sometimes but Mahopa, different. He likes holding up the ball and linking up with the players. And sometimes he switches the ball right and he runs into the box of the opponent. And like you have mentioned, the speed of Masia, like he can be very dangerous. And when he's on the side, he can be direct and go to your fullbacks and try to eliminate them and get behind them and put those crosses. And also, what I've seen from their middle field is that there's a huge space in the middle field. Like they don't offer the defense support. Hence, the defense, it is always exposed. You look at the goal that we scored, the second one. Nascimento went to the left and he passed Thapelo Morena in the middle field, and Thapelo Morena shared the ball with Tembazwan. I think they should have done better. They should have managed that situation very well. And the goal that they scored, we considered against Stellenbosch in the league, that long range outside of the box. They cleared the ball from the corner, but they didn't push up to apply pressure to the guy who took a shot outside the box. They just stood inside their box and waited for something to happen. But unfortunately, it led to a goal. and also their defense, like it is very, very poor. The second one, up front, it was only Mushishi and Thapelo Morena. Thapelo Morena did a run to take out one of the defenders, and if Mushishi space to go to the side and create an angle for himself and to take a shot. So I think from this Baroka side, I'm expecting a team that should be very organized at the back, that should minimize their mistakes and frustrate Mamelodi Sundowns. And once they have the ball, Baroka, they should have a plan. Whether they play those long balls to Mahopa to hold up, or whether they play those long balls behind our defense, looking for the speed of Mugaga and Masia.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that goal that they considered against Stellies, the warning signs were there. Gaston Light Mendieta took a shot from outside the box, and Oscarin lost his mind shouting at King, the defense. This is how I think Baroka will line up. They obviously play a 4-2-3-1 formation. I think they'll bring back Oscarin. I think he's their number one goalkeeper now, because Chipes has played the cup game. So I think Oscarin, and then right back it will Pahlele, and then the two center backs it will Sibia Lefama, and then I think they'll bring back Ngubani. Midfield it will Sundowns legend Kambala, Le Bobote, and then three it will Masia, Mgaga, Listole. Mgaga will be just behind Mahopa. I think that's how they will line up.
I think, did you mention Masia on your starting lineup?
Yeah, I think they'll bring him back, because he didn't start the last game.
Yeah.
Rabs, what do you expect from Sundowns on Monday?
Oh, I expect a lot. I expect a lot from Mamelodi Sundowns. The reason why is because of we are playing against a side that is under pressure, that is on the relegation zone, that is not performing very well in the league, that is struggling. I expect us, like there should be a difference between a team that is pushing for the league and a team that is on the relegation zone. There should be a difference. The two teams that are playing, but you should be able to spot the difference between both sides. I'm expecting us, first of all, our build-up has to be smooth. Like, we're on position. We have to play with purpose. Also, up front, I'm expecting combination play. I'm expecting a mobility up front and creativity as well. And I'm expecting our midfielders to link up with the forward players very well. And I'm expecting us to be flexible when we have the ball as well. And because of Baroka, sometimes they are a team that fails to clear or deal with process. I'm expecting one of our fullbacks to give us numbers going forward and going to the bar line and delivering those crosses. And like I'm expecting us to ball, like we should share the ball very well. Our passing accuracy should be better.
Yeah, we're expecting more or less the same from this team. Now, honestly, I just want to see improvement. Whether we win this game 1-0, 2-1, I just want to see improvement in display. I want to see better passing. I want to see better decision making. I want to see better link up, man. I just want to see a display that I can get it. This looks like Mamelodi Sundowns. That's what I want to see. And then I expect these guys to send out a message. I expect these guys to say, remind everyone, even as the supporter, who are they? Like Barre. Yeah, no, these guys have been bashing us for the last few games. Let's show them what we capable of. That's what I'm expecting. And I'm expecting, because this thing that I mentioned, how they clear the ball. I have Mukwena on my starting lineup. and I expect him to capitalize on those balls because that's his area. Well, so I have a feeling where he will get a few chances from out there. And then the last thing I expect is from Peter Shalulile. I expect an angry Peter Shalulile, and Peter Shalulile who wants to send out a message and a reminder, hey guys, no man, I want him to be angry. I want him to want to prove a point on Monday. Rabs, the great mind on Twitter, the great mind that is Daji, he not necessarily posed a question. He posted a tweet the other day about Abuaka, how we high press, yet after winning possession, we are slow in attack. And I hadn't thought about this, to be honest, but as soon as he mentioned it, I was like, okay, this is sound, man. Because you watch Liverpool play a high line, and a high line yabona for the high results because they take risks. The moment they win ball, Liverpool, they are very quick in attack, which is something that Sundowns doesn't do. We win the ball, and then our transition is not as fast as it should be. In so doing, we give the opposition a chance to retreat and reorganize themselves and then be able to stop us. What are your thoughts on this thing? Highlight, but we're not fast in transition after winning the ball.
Look, I think playing high line, it gives you an advantage because of you have a lot of players in the high positioning of the pitch, and advantage you go when you win the ball in your final third, it gives you an advantage of you only make a single pass to create a goal scoring opportunity. Unlike when you win the ball in your half, where you should make a lot of passes to create.
That's the thing, Rapelang. When we win it in our own half, just outside, just a few yards from the center line, why are we not being fast with the ball? Why are we not moving the ball faster to their half in and trying and create a chance, like catch them short in numbers? Why are we moving the ball slow? That's the thing.
I think sometimes it might be the positioning of our players at that moment when we regain the position. I think sometimes having a position, you find out a player is not where he's supposed to be and move the ball faster. I think sometimes we don't have enough players in the right position, and it forces us to play to pass the ball to the nearest teammate to you instead of making a forward pass. I think when we win the ball, the players who are playing offensive position, they should position themselves in the right positions. When the likes of Tebu, River, or Jali receives the ball, he knows about guys. That's bad because sometimes you find out Jalu win the ball, but there's no one in front of him or free, or we created space to receive the ball. But I think that's what we should improve because of, look, we're a team that regains the ball quickly, and we want to take advantage of that because of when we regain the ball quickly, the opponents are out of their positions, and we should take advantage of that. But in most games, we fail to do that.
I think maybe the one hindrance, unlike a team like Liverpool that has very pacey wide players in Salah and Mane, or now we actually most of the time we have the tendency to who come inside instead of spreading the field and making it bigger. And then because Liverpool, once they win, Trent Henderson, Lebonadi, very fast. So you have 2-2 very fast on the wing, unlike us, where you will have Lai Lele and Tole Lemudau Wabo. New game block ups. We're playing 4 away games. We're playing Baroka away, Galaxy away, Maritzburg away, Swallows away, and then Arrows at home. I think 13 points. I think we should beat Baroka. We should beat Galaxy. I think Maritzburg will be the tougher one. And then we should beat Swallows and Arrows. Your thoughts?
If we are being honest, I think we should will on the games. Like, we have everything in our team to win all those 5 games. Like, anything below 13 points or 12, it would be poor for us. I know most of them were playing away, but the team that you are going to face, you look at their position on the log and their performance and numbers as well compared to us. Like, there's a huge difference. I think we should, if failing to get 15 points, I would accept 13.
Yeah, 13 points takes us to 60 points, and I think that's the league done. Your lineup?
I'll start Dennis. Obviously, we start. I would have Mdau, I would have Mandela, I would have Duhook, I would start Mudiba in this game. Midfield 2, I would have Mugwena and Jali. Front 4, I would have Temba, Surprise, Kutu, Shalulil.
Okay. I have the same back 5. I have the same midfield 2. I'll not bench my favorite player. And then front 4, I would have Zwane, Sereno, Shalulile, and Kutu. Prediction?
I think we'll win 2-0.
Yeah, I think 2-0. I think Shalulile will come back motivated, and then he will get 1 goal. And I think Tebza will get a goal as well. Winner?
Peter and one of our guys from the defense.
All right. Yeah, man, before we end this, we just want to wish the boys all the best of luck, man. Let's make sure that when we travel to Egypt during the week, we travel in a good mood, having won a league game, so that we're motivated and we do our best when we play our next Champions League match. So safe travels to the team and all the best of luck on Monday. And yeah, please, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with everyone. And you will see the guys. They will be back with the match review on Tuesday morning, and then he will be back on Friday for our Champions League preview match against El Marayek. Sharp, Raps.
Damn.